We've been here for a few hours. What the hell is this all about? Care to talk about it yet?
You'll be briefed once everyone else has arrived. Word travels slower the farther out in deep space you are. Main reason why you're just now hearing about this whole ordeal.
From the looks of everyone, it's not good.
How do you reckon?
Never seen Oni so scared before.
New arrivals are showing up.
I know who they are. I'm unfamiliar with the Spartan in the White, however.
He calls himself Shock. Not exactly your typical Spartan. His track record is subpar compared to most. Kinda reckless if you ask me.
There's always a reason for it.
So what? We're just supposed to stand around here waiting with our thumbs up our asses? What a joyful experience.
You and I both.
It won't be long.
Speak for yourself.
I'm sorry? Who the fuck are you?
He calls himself Scarecrow.
He doesn't look that scary.
You're in that title for a reason.
And you are?
Call me Eagle.
You're joking. Please tell me you're joking. Ugh. Originality is apparently lacking these days.
Told you.
I kinda like it.
Eyes forward, Spartans.
Ryan!
Well shit, would you look at that?
Well, I didn't know we address superiors that way.
At ease, gentlemen.
What the hell's going on?
After our last encounter, there was a sudden shift in management. A slot needed filling. It certainly didn't help that most of my staff was killed in an insurrection attack. Not to mention the current state of the galaxy hasn't left much of Oni to go on.
What the hell is going on around here?
We'll have to catch you up to speed. The meeting will begin momentarily, and I need to finish getting ready. We'll catch up another time, Nicholas.
Yeah, sure thing.
Looks like we got more.
Ooh, now it's a party.
I like this guy.
Not exactly thrilled to be here when we could be stomping heads.
You'll get your chance, Zero. This isn't exactly the place to share your temper with everyone. All eyes are on us.
Look around. These people are scared. We shouldn't fucking be here. Tell me I'm wrong.
I'm not admitting shit to you right now. Stay professional, please. It's bad enough we're on Oni's shit list.
Whatever. Condor, what about you?
Don't drag me into this, please. Just keeping our heads low. We've been on Oni's radar enough as it is.
Christ. Solstice, back me up here. Can't you convince these two that we're needed elsewhere?
When have you ever started to care?
Since we all left those civilians to fend for themselves, when the new orders dropped on us. It's fucking bullshit. Solstice?
Solstice. Everything alright?
Brandon!
Oh, what? Oh yeah, sure, whatever. Eddie's the noise. Looks like they're starting.
Alright people, settle down. First and foremost, allow me to welcome you all to HighCon. Now unfortunately, I wish we could all be gathering here under better circumstances. But before I go on, I believe introductions are in order. I am Fleet Admiral Lord Howard Fields of the UNSC Security Council. Now here on my left, this is Vice Admiral Rebecca Brackett, and on my right, Director Ryan Parker, with the Office of Naval Intelligence. Now to continue with the briefing, I am going to pass this on to Director Parker.
Thank you, Admiral. Good afternoon, everyone. Look to your left, and then look to your right. What you see before you is all we have left. You, yourselves, are what remains of the Spartan program as a whole.
Son of a bitch.
Reinstating the Spartan program was considered, however it is no longer an option. We're just simply out of time. The Epsilon Iridani system is the latest in a long line of systems to be compromised following this new threat. As of right now, Protocol Calamity is in effect.
Sir, if I may ask, what is this all about? What threat are we facing?
Yes, of course. I'll bring you up to speed. The threat is very much alien. Whatever they touch or consume becomes one of them. We only know of one other Spartan to have dealt with this kind of threat before, back when we discovered the first Halo ring in 2552. He's unfortunately been declared MIA. This enemy is known as the Flood. After days of infection, the planet's atmosphere becomes uninhabitable. Even breathing the stuff in can turn you. Studying any samples we can get our hands on is out of the question. This thing spreads like a wildfire.
Do we have its place of origin?
Thanks to Captain Michael Alexander of the UNSC Eternal Freedom, he picked up a few elite survivors floating in the vacuum of space in one of their ship's escape pods. They were more than willing to comply and meet our demands, aside from one. After intense questioning, our suspicions, with the Covenant being involved, were confirmed. Deep in the Naprit system, during their latest excavation, they dug into a temple. Inside that temple, they were picking up a single life form. They assumed it to be a living forerunner based on their religion that the Covenant was founded upon. They have never been more wrong.
Infection quickly spread. Learning, adapting, and even gaining control of their fleet. With their fleet, they invaded, system by system, consuming everyone and everything in their path, until eventually they moved on to the main course. Humanity.
What do you need from us?
We'll get to that.
Yes, sir.
That leaves us with no other options. Out of the hundreds of planets we've colonized, very few remain untouched. We've commissioned a mass evacuation with the surviving colonies, and a draft issued out to civilians and retired UNSC alike to help us fight this alien threat. Earth is our home, and we draw the line there. My children wouldn't be able to forgive me if I abandoned Earth now. I wouldn't be able to forgive myself.
What about civilians being evacuated? Where are they going?
That's classified, 815.
You all need to understand, certain precautions must be taken to ensure our survival. The enemy doesn't just adapt, it learns. Whoever they infect, they obtain the memories of their host. It's only a matter of time until they make their way to Earth. A massive blockade has been set up surrounding Earth's orbit, but if a single spore makes it to the surface, then we are counting on you to contain it.
Fuck.
Oh, no pressure. Nice.
And that's not all. We will not be alone in this struggle. In order to ensure the survival of our species, a decision was made to enact a treaty between us and the Sangheli.
What?
Bloody hell, is he serious?
A representative for their homeworld, Sanghelios, is here now, and we've already made contact with his people. Ladies and gentlemen, the Arbiter.
Greetings to you all.
Can I just say one thing?
0.
What about the countless planets that they've destroyed? The lives they've taken?
I didn't take any of those.
Yeah? Well, your people sure as hell did. All of that death were religious fantasy, and look at where it got us. We're backed into a fucking corner thanks to your people.
I concur with the big guy over there.
Hunter!
215, control your dog now.
0. Shut the fuck up. That's an order.
Yes, sir.
We may have reached a major collapse, but the chain of command still follows. Follow orders, or you can take the attitude to the front lines by yourself.
Yes, sir.
I was merely a prisoner of the Covenant until I escaped. What my people have done in the name of the Covenant is unspeakable. I always heard stories of humanity from my father. There are always two sides to every tale. We were once allies. We can be allies again. I care what is best for my people.
What the hell? I'm with them.
Same here. Don't get me wrong, I'm kinda nervous of the idea myself, but it hasn't stopped me from working with your kind before.
Ultimately, it's not up to us to decide. We're just a gun, and these guys tell us where to shoot. You're trying to give that shady shit, and I assure you that'll be the last speech you ever give.
You have my respect and word, human.
It's settled then. They have power, we have numbers. With their help, we will succeed. Commander, I'm appointing you to take charge of the remaining Spartan forces. Please understand that this decision was not made lightly. You and your team have done a great service in the name of the UNSC and even humanity as a whole. We're going to look past prior events that have put you into question due to your skill set. Just know that the Earth and Sanghelios are under the protection of the UNSC and Sangheli.
In other words, you will be split up. Troops have an hour to pack their essentials and deploy. Do not disappoint us.
Yes, ma'am.
Now report to the medics for evaluation before your departure. You're all dismissed. Now, regarding the prisoner you requested to see, we've arranged for his release under the condition that he follows orders and agrees to help us in this time of need. All prisoners with former military training will also be released if they follow said orders. However, they will all be monitored closely to ensure they do not decide to turn coat. We need all the help we can get, and these are desperate times. This applies to Sangheli prisoners as well.
I'll ensure he follows in line. If he doesn't, I'll cut him down myself.
Good to hear. I'll arrange an escort to take you to him.
Have you sustained any serious head trauma recently?
Too many to count.
Right. Could you go into detail?
Well, I lost count with how many crash landings I've been involved in. But I don't call them crashes, I call them landing with style. There's also the trauma I received from one of those gravity hammers delivered by a brute chieftain. Those are some nasty bitches.
Have you undergone surgery within the past couple months?
No.
Any thoughts of depression or suicide? Sir?
Next question, please.
Unfortunately, I need an answer, sir.
No. Next question. Can we move on?
I'm gonna have to write that down, but moving on.
Shit.
Report. Anything out of the ordinary?
Sir, I cannot disclose that information to you due to patient confidentiality.
You misunderstand. I'm Director Parker. I work for the office. Whatever diagnosis you give these Spartans, you run directly through me. Is that understood?
Yes, of course, sir. Blood test results came back good for the most part. So far, all the patients have shown a clean bit of health aside from their usual Spartan-related activities. There is a concern for 2 of them, however.
And they are?
Good evening, sir. I'm just gonna run you through a few scans and ask you a few questions.
For Sierra 815, designation shock, we've noticed in a recent CT scan his neural implant has malfunctioned. Based on his file, the patient hasn't shown any signs of aggression or disobedience, although this could be something you want to keep hush-hush. I strongly suggest keeping a close eye on him, as he may be prone to intense mood swings and most likely combat-related stress.
Noted. And the other?
Sierra 215, designation Solstice. Regarding his neural implant, he actually doesn't have one.
What? How was that possible?
Well, there's no mistake, such as forgetting to install the implant, I'm guessing. More so it was forcefully removed. Quite a rebellious type, if you ask me. But the same suggestion will be given to him, too. Keep a close eye on this one. He wanted these implants to control them. Seems like this one doesn't want to be controlled. He's dangerous. But danger is what you want in this time of need, isn't it?
Right. Well, All things check off. You're free to go. Can I help you, sir?
Give us the room, please.
Right. Have a nice day, 215.
Can I help you, sir?
Let me make one thing clear, Spartan. Whatever shit you try pulling or tricks you may have up your sleeve, just know that I always find out the truth.
Sir?
You may not remember me, but I remember you. Everything is starting to add up now about you. The late night skipping curfew with CR205, executing a valued member of the office, insurrection or not. Did I mention to you he was a mentor? You were not granted permission to take him out. You are no judge, jury, or executioner. Now, this missing implant, designed specifically to keep you in line, whatever fucking game you're trying to pull won't work. You will remain Oni property. We point, you shoot. Do I make myself clear? Do I make myself clear?
You don't own me.
Excuse me?
Threaten me if you will, but you'd need me. Otherwise you wouldn't have put me in charge of this ragtag operation. You tried to keep me in line, but I chose to step off of it. The fate of humanity is more important than your business with me. So, are we done here, or are you gonna keep wasting my fucking time?
Yeah, we're done here.
It gives me no pleasure seeing you imprisoned. The crimes you've committed, I'd rather see you executed instead. During my time in slumber, I had time to reflect. I know vengeance isn't what my mother, or Ara, would want, despite how much you've taken from me. Do you still remember her face? Or have you buried it underneath that mountain of corpses you left in your path? I understand your pain and grief my father had caused you, but I am not my father. I am sorry for what you have lost, but there is no redemption in what you have done. The humans have pardoned you, but note this does not mean you can run. During these dark times, a monster is what we need. Sanghelios needs our protection against this threat. You helped release. You will help where it is needed, or I will cut you down.
Zane. Pleasure catching up.
Hey man, how you holding up?
A lot to take in, I guess.
Trust me, we're all worried.
You're actually worried? I wouldn't have taken you to be that way.
I thought Oni was bad, but this is a whole new level of shit hitting the fan.
Why'd you rebel against Oni to begin with?
Let's just say the director back then picked the wrong fight with us Spartans. We were outcast. Since then, I just don't trust anyone from Oni, including this new guy, Ryan. What about you?
Why do you ask?
Really debating whether or not to trust this new guy.
It's not wise to talk about Honey when there's eyes and ears everywhere.
Eavesdropping much?
Sorry, I just couldn't help myself overhearing you two.
No worries, we'll work on it. I'm Scarecrow, this is Eagle.
It's a pleasure, I'm Frost. Although I'm sure like myself you've read my files front and back.
Everything that isn't covered in black ink.
We're a mystery to each other, but perhaps we can change that. I can start off by saying I learned a long time ago that not everyone in the office is a piece of shit.
How so?
During our days on Reach, I gave him enough time to evacuate before everything we stood on was paved over. Fortunately, he refused to leave me behind. He even went as far as keeping me from throwing my life away for the sakes of orders.
Huh. Interesting.
What's that supposed to mean?
A few years back, the once former director of ONI went turncoat and selected a handful of Spartan 2s and 3s that would be opposed to his demands, and proceeded to execute them on the spot. Those that survived were outcasted and eventually sided with a band of elites. In time, we'd call them friends. They themselves shared a similar fate by their command. We even borrowed a CCS-class cruiser. One by one, we targeted those that wronged us. In time, our enemies would refer to us as ghosts. Evan Corvus, the director of ONI at the time, was the man orchestrating the whole thing, until I got a hold of him. The man your buddy ended up replacing, turns out.
It was all you?
Face it, we're puppets to them. We either do what they say or they cut our strings. I'm only still here because corruption was deep in the heart of ONI, all the way to the top. We were pardoned for our crimes and we were given the choice to return back to the action.
If they gave you a choice, why didn't you just leave it all behind? Why did you come back?
Because you can't really return to civilization when all you've known is this. Watch your back out there.
Did I miss something? I'm sensing a lot of tension.
That scarecrow guy thinks he can just walk around saying Ryan can't be trusted. We've seen firsthand what kind of man he is.
Well, he is with Oni. Don't call them spooks for nothing. What if he's right about him?
And what if he isn't?
He's not exactly a saint.
I know, and neither are we. But people change, Hunter. I did. It's never too late to start anew.
Listen, I've got your back. I want to believe it too. We just need to tread carefully. These are dangerous grounds now we're facing, and Oni isn't going to shy away from putting all these cards on the table to decipher a solution.
Look, just trust me. Okay?
Alright. Always being so dramatic. Okay, come on. Let's go get some grub before we move out.
Yeah, sure thing.
Huh? Oh, hey, Condor.
What are you doing here? We only have 30 minutes left until departure.
I know. I'll be down in a moment.
You've been thinking about her again, haven't you?
I never stopped.
Want to talk about it? She was family, but to you, she was a bit more.
We're Spartans. I shouldn't be feeling anything.
But you do. It's eating you. Up inside, I can see it.
Why are you here? Is something on your mind, Chris?
Yeah, there is. This isn't like you. To completely split us up like this. What changed?
I refuse to box you all in. We're a team, yes. But you need room to grow on your own. I didn't want to be responsible for keeping you all so locked up. It wouldn't take long for you three to resent me for it.
You're wrong. We could have never resented you. Because of you, we made it this far. And we'll make it even further. Don't let this hatred and grief corrupt your soul. You'll come to make mistakes and regrets. We'll be seeing each other again soon. You watch your back. I'll make sure to watch ours.
Chris. Thank you. I needed that. Thank you for being a good friend.
Anytime. I'll see you in the hangar.
Sierra 215.
Sir, reporting.
You're needed for a briefing.
Yes, sir. I'll go retrieve my team.
No, just you. This meeting is deemed classified to only a few select members. Your team will not be joining you.
Yes, sir.
Follow me.
Hey, good luck out there. Sanghelios is in good hands.
Try not to get yourselves killed out there. I'm gonna miss arguing with you two.
About as good as we'll get from him.
I was expecting it.
Watch each other's backs, alright?
And you watch yours.
Oh, don't worry, I'll be right behind you two as well. Through thick and thin, brothers at arms.
Try not to get into any trouble. You're on their home turf.
Don't overthink it, give them a chance. You'll find that we have a lot more in common with them than you think.
I'll send you a postcard.
I'm gonna miss this guy's humor.
Aw, I'm gonna miss you too, big guy.
Nick, you got something to say?
Yeah, I'm sorry about before. Make it back safe.
Just call me Jacob.
Alright, Jacob. I'm Nick. I'll see you again real soon. Stay safe.
You too.
Nicholas?
Ryan! Hey Hunter, do you mind giving us a moment?
Whatever. I'll see you on the Pelican. Doc?
Hunter.
What brings you down here? You come to see us off?
I have. I shouldn't have to explain not to try throwing your life away again. If you see an opportunity to escape and fight another day, you take it. That means it's not your time.
Why do you care so much, if I may ask?
You risked a lot to help me escape Reach's destruction. I guess you could also call it a shared moment of close death encounter. First-hand experience seeing it all in person changes you. It'll change anybody.
They want you fight with us? All able bodies are needed now, more than ever.
I can't. I'm needed here.
What, at a desk? Behind a computer? What's needed now is for us to take a stand here and now. If this is the end, I'd rather go out a warrior's death. It's not too late to reconsider. Shit. I have to get going. Our ride will be leaving shortly. Good luck, sir.
Yeah. You too.
Our enemy will learn to fear the night of your wrath, Vital. I trust you are in good hands with the humans. I owe you all my life. It burns me knowing you won't be returning home with us.
Fret not, Zane. Give them my best. I will see its sons again.
I will do, my friend. Time is short, my friend. Make it worthwhile.
Tom, if you do not think I am ready, I understand. Dear Sessa, I have never been more proud. Our clan, our family, Master Shinji, they'd be proud of you. Watch over Zane and come back to me, brother.
I'm disappointed in you, Treed. You defied me and chose to walk away a heretic, rather than a hero to the Covenant. What possessed you to make such a brash decision? Was it guilt? Does Zane know his friend's blood is on your hands? And what will he do when he finds out that you killed Ara?
If he does, so be it. I am not Creed any longer. I am no puppet for you to control. You have no power now, no Covenant to back you up. I am Zal of the Frestlin clan. You have no hold on me. And if you so much as make an attempt on Zane's life, I'll take yours.
Very bold, Zal. But this is far from over. Oh, perfect. The vermin are here.
What a dick.
Don't mind him.
He's merely a former follower of the Covenant now forced into service for us.
And such tasteful irony it is.
We are pleased to welcome you to our home, Sanghelios. The brave tales we've heard of our people once fighting alongside humans.
And what better way to reminisce about old tales is to create new ones. We are honored to have humanity by our side once more.
The honor is all ours. My name is Pulse.
I am Ratam, and this is my brother, Sasa.
I'm Condor. Pleasure to meet your, acquaintance. Sorry, it's gonna take some time getting used to this change.
These wounds our people have endured will heal. But this important moment between humans and Sangheli will stand the test of time.
Let fucking go of me. What is this?
You are but flesh and bone, doomed to be lost in the mass. But first, I shall ask, and you shall answer.
Holy shit. You speak.
Your allies have fled across the cosmos, leaving you behind. You will speak, or your mind will speak for you.
You can take that offer and shove it up your ass. I won't talk.
The choice was given. To join the mass, or forced into it. No matter. Even the most unbroken minds can be broken. Your mind will tell me everything once it's pieced back together.
Wait, what are you doing? No. Wait, please stop. No!